It's crucial that we provide this kind of safe place, kind of safe haven that Teal Swan talks about in her book, The Completion Process. This way, when we retrieve our lost memories, they'll be able to return safely. By creating this safe haven, we're able to bend the physical rules that govern and restrict us in our physical life. For example, one cut on our arm might actually take 2 weeks to heal in physical life, but in our safe haven, we can put a special salve on it and it can heal before our eyes. This kind of magical thinking is a critical ingredient for when we're healing from states of powerlessness. You'll find that the child who experienced this trauma almost always feels some form of powerlessness. Therefore, when our child self is able to experience a thoughtscape where anything is possible, that thoughtscape experience itself is healing to the child. As for creating a safe haven, keep in mind that this will be an intensely individual place. Therefore, there's no right or wrong way to create it. We need to allow our minds to reveal to us what would feel best. For very specific reasons, she designed the mental process of setting up the safe haven specifically in the way that she describes. But don't be afraid to bend or change the process according to your needs or the person that you're helping or facilitating. For example, when I walk people through the completion process, I ask the person to walking through a tunnel to get to their safe haven. This creates a necessary and believable mental separation between the physical memories and the safe haven. But if a client has been through war or has negative experience with tunnels or caves, then obviously using the image of going through a tunnel would have a negative associations, and that negates the feeling of safety that we're trying to create. So if you know, or the person that you're helping has sensitivity to certain common images, then design an entrance to the safe haven in whatever way feels fully secure. Another construct I like to use in the safe haven is to ask the person to create a water feature where they will later experience the healing and purification of water. But if water makes someone unsafe, that feeling, of course, would change the suggestion to some other element or substance. Creating your safe haven. As you take this first step in the completion process, begin by making yourself as comfortable as possible, either sitting in a chair or lying flat on the bed or on the floor. And gently close your eyes. Allow the weight of your body to settle down towards the earth. Take a few deep breaths and let go a little bit more on each exhale. Now allow your breath to settle and find its own natural rhythm. If you notice the body or the mind tensing around the experience, gently let go again without judgment. And now imagine that you're walking along a path. You're inexplicably drawn along a path. It's leading you towards your own sanctuary, where you can always come to experience peace and safety. Look down at your feet. What kind of path are you walking on? What is it made of? Is it made of stone or wood or sand? Is it a pathway that leads to another galaxy or dimension? Perhaps It has been specially made out of some other material that's not yet known to this world. Or are there flower petals or shells? Is the path narrow or wide? See and feel this path in your mind. As you continue to walk along the path, breathe freely and easily. Sense your anxieties and stresses and pressures fade away. They're unable to follow you here. Up ahead, you notice a secret entrance that only you can see. This is the door that leading you to your very own safe haven. How is this entryway concealed? Perhaps it is a wooden door covered in ivy. Perhaps it's a portal that opens and closes when you're saying a magic word. Maybe it's a cave entrance that appears in the snow. Imagine or sense this unique secret entryway revealing itself only to you as you approach it, and walk through the entryway. As your eyes adjust to the light, you're realizing that you're now walking or pulled through the secret tunnel or portal. What does this tunnel look like? Is it a wormhole in space? Is it a cave in the ocean? Is it a tunnel made out of dirt and stones? What do the tunnel walls look like? Are they covered with beautiful exotic flowers? Is the tunnel made out of metal or some other man-made material? Is the tunnel made out of swirling energy? Just experience the sacred, secret tunnel that leads to your very own safe and sacred space. You continue to walk through the tunnel, and suddenly you see your perfect sanctuary for the very first time. You step into it, and you can hear or feel or see the tunnel close behind you so that no one may follow. In this space that is created by the mind, there are no limits. This place can be as real, as imagined as your soul wants it to be. This place can be like a place that is found on Earth, or a place that is found in a science fiction or fantasy novel. As your safe haven, you may see that you're outside in the mountains or on a beach. Or perhaps you're inside a soap bubble or a flower, or floating to space, looking back to the earth. You may be in a forest or in a coral reef under the ocean waves, or in the clouds. Your safe haven might even be in another dimension, on another galaxy or planet. This is the place that makes you feel the most at ease, the safest and the freest. Now look around you. What can you see? Are there birds or trees here? Are there fish or other animals? If you were outside, what is the weather like here? Spend some time noticing all the things that you can see in your safe haven. What can you hear in your safe haven? The wind rustling the leaves in the trees, a beautiful song, the sound of waves crashing, or maybe the sound of absolute silence. Spend a moment noticing the sounds that fill your safe haven. What can you smell here? Can you smell ocean foam or the dampness of soil? Can you smell the scent of bread or cookies baking in the oven? Can you smell the scent of summer rain? Or is it an out-of-this-world smell that you've never smelled before? Spend a moment noticing the smells that linger in the air of your safe haven. Now you're going to create a house or dwelling in the safe haven. Since you're the designer and builder of your safe haven, you get to decide exactly how you want it to be. You may design a palace or a treehouse or a monastery, or even a simple resting cabin. Inside this place are beds where your child self can choose to lie down and rest or sleep. The beds can be ordinary beds, or they can be nests or forts. Design whatever beds feel the most inviting to you. You can make this house and the beds out of anything you wish, real or imagined. If you have built rooms, are there windows in those rooms? What can you see out of them? If you wish, you can decorate your safe haven, both inside and out. Perhaps you'd like to leave it simple and natural. Perhaps you'd like to adore your safe haven with rays of lights or flowers or special rocks or shells. Perhaps there are rugs where you can lie down. What materials have you chosen and who made them? Choose the decoration you love. Now somewhere in the safe haven, see a water feature. This might be an ocean or a fountain, or a stream or a lake. It may be a bathtub, a hot tub or shower. And imagine that this water is special water. It's magic water. Anything that touches it is instantly healed. The water is shimmering and sparkling in the light. What color is the water? Is it clear or opaque? Maybe it's turquoise or purple or gold. This is going to be where you bathe and heal your child self as he or she comes to the safe haven. Now imagine that in your safe haven there's a kind and loving being or person who is strong enough to assist you and tend to the safe haven. Your safe haven is where this being or person lives. This safe support figure is a being or person who is so transcendent that he or she is able to calmly and lovingly assist with anything he or she may come across. This is your own personal helper. Who is this being or person? Is it a character from a novel you read once? Is it an imagined person? Is it a person that you admire, just like Jesus or the Buddha? Or is it someone that you know and trust, such as a grandmother who has passed? Is it an angel or a benevolent extraterrestrial being? Or maybe your favorite superhero? What is his or her name? Spend some time acquainting yourself with this special being. Know that this being that lives in your safe haven will be there for you anytime you want or need. Breathing freely and easily, look about your peaceful safe haven and see if there's anything else that you wish to add. For example, maybe you'd like to add animals, real ones or fantasy animals. Just take a moment to decide what would make the safe haven feel even more perfect to you and add it to the scene. Now imagine that in this peaceful space there's somewhere for you to sit or lie down, a place that you can come to sink deeply into relaxation and security. Is it a chair or a bed or a hammock? Is it a smooth rock or a throne or the edge of a cliff? What does it look like? What color is it? What material is it made of? Take a seat now in whatever resting place you've designed. No matter where you find yourself resting, feel the tension and stress remain, just really flow away in this sacred place. This is the place you can come and sit and feel at peace anytime you wish. It's also the place that you can sit and hold your childhood self if you were to retrieve this child and he simply wants to be held by you or fall asleep in your lap. Spend some time here, just smelling and feeling and this perfect place. Let your mind make this place as magical and unbelievable as possible. Whenever you feel ready to rejoin your day-to-day life, imagine yourself slowly stand up and leaving your safe haven. You leave through a doorway that opens only for you in response to your presence, a signal, a code, or a special phrase you recite. Whenever you come here, use your signal or code to gain entry. Take a moment to memorize the special way that you and only you can get access to your safe haven. Take a look back at the safe haven, knowing that you can come here anytime you wish, knowing that you always feel completely content and completely safe and stress-free. Know that you can change or add to your peaceful sanctuary at any time. Once your visit to your safe haven is complete, turn back around and walk through the secret doorway, back through the tunnel that opens up once more, and follow the pathway that brought you to this place. Taking a few deep breaths, and decide for yourself if you're ready to return.